Hello, people. Hey, it's Dr. George, Doctor of Business Management, Master's in Human Resource, undergraduate in Management, Finance, and Information Systems. Hey, wanted to come to you guys back today and let you know that we're basically 24 hours away from the release or the launch of the Dr. George Planning System. The Dr. George Planner System will be out on the 15th. Not sure where on what time. I'm expecting it probably be after 5. So definitely, if you don't see it, check again on the 16th. But just wanted to let you guys know that this is coming out. Again, Dr. George Planner System. But so yesterday or the other day, I was talking to you on the previous video about potholes, which is the part of the planner system that talks about things that you see happening all the time. So just like when you're driving, again, I'm broadcasting here from the Bronco. I'm in park, so not driving. But just like when you are driving, you happen to come across potholes on the way to work. You see those potholes every day. City doesn't fix them. You know they're going to always be there. So you switch lanes or you find a way to work around it. Same thing on the job, same thing as you're progressing as a student. You find that there's a potholes that sort of get in your way and you learn how to maneuver around those. What the planner system does is it gives you a way to keep track of those. So it gives you a way to keep track of those potholes to help avoid them. Now, but for today, I want to talk to you guys about rabbit holes. So rabbit holes are a little bit different, okay? So rabbit holes, you don't see those coming. Again, rabbit holes, you don't see those coming. They come out of nowhere. So just like when you are driving or having a conversation with someone, and they take you down a rabbit hole. Again, you think you're about to go one way, but end up being another way. So using my same driving analogy, it's when you're driving and you think, I think I can do a shortcut. I think there's a better way to get around to get to where I'm going to go. I'm going to take this side road that I've never been on before and try to use it to get to my destination. Never been on it before, but I'm going to go take the side road. So you take the side road. Now, normally it may take you 30, 45 minutes to get to work or whatever. And now you take this side road thinking you can get there in like maybe 15, 20 minutes. Well, 30 minutes into the drive, you realize, I don't know where I'm at. 45 minutes into the drive, you're like, I still don't know where I'm at. An hour done passed and you still driving, trying to figure out where you're at or how you're going to get back on track. You, my sir, my dear, have went on a rabbit hole. You have decided to detour from the path in which you set that you know may take you a little bit longer, but you know that path. You decided to detour it to try to take a shortcut. Now, this rabbit hole that you have decided to take on, in reality, in real life, on the workplace, it comes when someone says, you know what, there's a better way to do this. You just try it my way. Or all of a sudden, they start talking about the project that you're working on, and they want to talk to you about going to ski the Alps, or want to talk to you about polo riding, or whatever the case is. Has nothing to do with the task at hand. But you go down this discussion, go down this rabbit hole with them, and realize you done wasted time. You done wasted time, got off track, going to take you longer to get back on track. Now, again, these rabbit holes you don't always see coming. It starts off as something, hey, just a minute. Can I have just a minute of your time? Can I have just one moment of your time? Hey, real quick, got a question for you. These are the phrases that happen when someone's getting ready to take you down a rabbit hole. There's never a minute, never going to take you just 1 second. It's never going to be a quick discussion. It's going to be something that's going to be intense. And here's the other part that I personally dislike. They never get to what the actual question is. So they take you down this rabbit hole. And at the end, there's a question or something they want to try to ask you, but they never ask you the question. There's never a question mark in that discussion. Somebody was doing a transcript of your discussion with this person that they take you down this rabbit hole. Nowhere on that transcript would it be a question mark like they have asked you a question. It'll be statements, it'll be discussions, it'll be maybe some exclamation marks, but it won't be a question mark. Again, they have taken you down this rabbit hole. So how does this relate towards the Dr. George planning system? Well, let me tell you, there's a section on here, just like there's a section in the planning system for potholes. There's also a section for rabbit holes. Those discussions or those things may not be a discussion with a person. It may actually be you just deciding to get distracted by the shiny lights or whatever the case is. Something have distracted you off your path. That is the rabbit hole. So inside the section of the Dr. George planning system, there's a section for you to record and write down and journal the rabbit holes that you have found yourself with. Now, I found out from me actually using my own system and designing it and actually putting it into practice that the rabbit holes I come across, sometimes you don't even know you in one. So a lot of times what I found out over the last year is that it may be the end of the week before I realized I was on a rabbit hole on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm like, I think that was a rabbit hole. Why? And why? What's usually the trigger that make you realize you had went down a rabbit hole? When you realize you have missed some deadlines or missed some discussions or missed some things you were supposed to do. And you're like, why did I miss this? What happened? Oh, that's right. I was doing this other thing that had nothing to do with your goals. And you start reflecting on it. It started out with a conversation about, hey, just one question. Hey, just one moment. Hey, just 1 minute of your time. That's usually the way it talks. So again, it's taking up your time. That's the rabbit hole. So again, there's a section in Dr. George's planning system that addresses that. It allows you ways to journalize that, but it also, more importantly, it gives you a chance to reflect upon it. So my suggestion is probably about a week into a discussion, or a week into the planner system, reflect back and see, hey, was I eating any rabbit holes this week? And you journalize that. Now, the purpose of journalizing that is so that you can avoid the rabbit holes in the future. Again, you didn't see this one coming like the potholes, but it is something that you would like to alter. It had no benefit whatsoever going down that rabbit hole. So again, if you got a rabbit hole that's no benefit, you want to be able to write that down. You may say, why I want to write it down? So you can recognize it if it shows up again. Also, take note, and it gives this way I've used it, and this way I suggest other people using. Take note of your part of the rabbit hole. What about that rabbit hole attracted you to make that detour? Was it some shining lights? What is the allure of getting to your destination quicker? What was it about the rabbit hole? Somebody said, hey, you hear about that game? Was it really the game that distracted you? What was it about you? What was your contribution to you falling into that rabbit hole? And that's a little bit more introspective than what you may be thinking of. But that's why I say you may want to save that for a week at a time. So again, you want to record the potholes as soon as you possibly can. The rabbit holes, because you don't recognize you're in one until you in it, like really in it, then you may want to actually do that a week. I wouldn't wait longer than a month to reflect on any rabbit holes. You want to sort of get that within a week or a month time frame, maybe even a couple of weeks, but don't want to go longer than a month. Again, that's how you track the rabbit hole. Again, Dr. George Planning System. Get yourself one. Be coming out in the next 24 hours. Hey guys, again, as always, I'd like to talk about human capital. I'd like to talk about the value that I place on human beings. So the value I place on employees and students. This book is going to be written by you when you journalize it. It's not just a calendar. It's a whole planner system. You get a chance to grow. You get a chance to increase your value. Know how your past experience can shape you if you can keep track of it. Okay. So again, as always, in human capital, as always, try to value yourself and keep yourself in mind. All right. So again, if nothing else, mind your business. So, hey, thanks guys for participating. I apologize for wearing the suit. I was at an event not too long ago, and I just wanted to make sure I was dressed up for it. So, again, if you guys need some speaking engagements where you want me to come and talk to you about the Dr. George Planning System or anything related to human capital or ways in which you can decrease bureaucracy and increase efficiency, I am available. Just go ahead and send me a message for that. Thank you so much, guys. As always, peace. Be safe.